Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Come on. Ooh. Good girl. That's it. Good girl. Yeah. That's good. That's it. You just want to rest here. Good girl. Let's rest. Hello, my 10-year-old cat Felicity, or Fee for short, has developed a mystery condition. We really hope that anyone watching this video can help us, because so far we've seen 3 vets, that's 2 general vets and 1 specialist, a neurologist, and they cannot diagnose her condition. Come on. So I will give you details of what happened to Fee, and I really do hope that someone can help us or just give us some ideas. That's it. Good girl. I really hope someone watching can help. As you can see, Fee is no longer moving her front legs. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, I have to watch her and read her body language, usually through her moving her head and either licking me, gently biting me, or biting whatever is near her. Oh. Good girl. You're so strong. Good girl. Okay. I'll pick you up now. I'll pick you up now. Anyway, here's Fee's story, which started just before Christmas last year in 2023. I first noticed that she was no longer jumping down from heights. When I put her on the table, instead of jumping straight down to the floor, she would find shorter distances to jump down. And even then, she would lose her balance. I could see she was not walking properly and decided to take her to our regular vet. But since it was Christmas holidays, our regular vet was not there, but there was an on-call vet. She examined Fee and noticed her front legs were not responsive to stimulation. The vet decided to do all kinds of tests, as you can see from the invoice. All the tests turned out normal. The vet said it was probably ataxia or wobbly cat syndrome and suggested a second opinion. She prescribed potassium and vitamin B supplements, even though Fee's bloods were normal. For the blood test, the vet failed to draw blood from Fee's leg, so she shaved her neck and drew blood from the neck vein. This later gave Fee head tremors, which I believe was incorrectly taken to be a symptom of her ataxia. Yes, head tremors are a symptom of ataxia, but Fee never had head tremors before the visit to the first vet. The cause of her head tremors was the fact that she had an itchy neck due to the shaved region, which she couldn't scratch. Looking back, I think it is important for cat owners to know some of the body language of their cats and inform the vets of their opinions. This is because the second and third vets that we saw mentioned her head tremors, but at that time I didn't know it was due to Fee's itchy neck and not her ataxia syndrome. The second vet advised us to see a neurology specialist. He said an MRI would probably be needed. The cost of MRIs for pets is 6 to 8 times more expensive than MRIs for humans, so that's upwards of $5,000. The neurology specialist recommended an MRI and advised that we should weigh up between the cost and benefit, because even with a diagnosis, there may not be much we could do to help Fee. Yes, head tremors are a symptom of ataxia, but Fee never had head tremors before the visit to the first vet. The cause of her head tremors was the fact that she had an itchy neck due to the shaved region, which she couldn't scratch. Looking back, I think it is important for cat owners to know some of the body language of their cats and inform the vets of their opinions. I will scratch her neck and head because I know she can no longer reach her head with her back legs to scratch herself. Now, the likely causes of ataxia are, number 1, vascular. So usually a stroke, but when a stroke happens, the cat usually improves with time. But this is not what's happening with Fee. Number 2, it could be inflammation due to a tumor or an infection. Now, infections can be treated with steroids. If it is lymphoma, then there can be chemotherapy treatment, but chemotherapy is usually not recommended for tumors. Also, there are no other symptoms that could indicate a tumor or infection. For example, Fee is not vomiting and she doesn't have any seizures. Number 3, there could be just degeneration of the brain or spinal cord, but this isn't common in cats. Now, after another 2 weeks, the specialist then suspected perhaps there might be a lesion in the neck or head area. Therefore, the specialist said there were 2 options. We could do an MRI and then surgery or steroids or chemotherapy depending on the diagnosis from the MRI. Option 2 is just to take steroids to reduce any inflammation, but this will actually mask the cause of her condition. The advantage of the steroids is that we would see improvement and then return to the vet in 2 weeks' time. So we decided on option 2, taking the steroids. Now, after about a month of this, Fee's condition continued to deteriorate. So we decided to do an MRI. You can see that when we did the MRI, Fee was also shaved at her lower back and her neck area. From the results of the MRI, there was no lump or tumor found. Her cells were normal, so therefore there was no known cause for her condition. All the specialist did was give us antibiotics and low-dose steroids and asked us to continue for another 4 weeks.
Good girl. Good girl. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Oh.
So after another 4 weeks, there was still no
Good girl.
improvement in Fee's condition, and in fact, her condition simply worsened. Since we ruled out a tumor, then the specialist said it could be an infection, but which was quite unlikely. An infection could be something to do with toxoplasmosis, even FIV or COVID, but her symptoms did not suggest an infection. For example, she didn't have any runny nose or she didn't have any diarrhea. Throughout all of this time, Fee has had a healthy appetite. She continues to eat and is very alert. So we really are puzzled by Fee's condition.
Good girl.
As you can see, she is a lovely cat. I've had her for 10 years. I found her on the streets when she was 3 weeks old.
Good girl.
So basically, she has been a huge part of my life. It's very difficult for me, but I really would like to seek any help from anybody watching this video. We really have no idea of what is happening to Fee and why she has deteriorated so quickly in, say, a matter of 6 months. Please do help. If you have friends or specialists that may be able to make any suggestions, please do share your comments below. Anything may help. In the meantime, I am just lucky to be able to work from home and to look after her almost full time. I apologize for this long video, but really, if you can help, please do contact me. Thank you.